Okay, we all know if we pull the dash panel off, we can see down into the floorboard. So we know hot air can blow through there. We know it comes in through here. Problem is, when this shuts, this doesn't seal down on the top right there or right there, and there's a big triangular opening there. So this actually serves as a funnel to let hot air blow right into the cab all the way across the front, because this is just plastic sitting on plastic, so air's going to go by that as well. So to take care of that, we've designed this gasket that goes in like that, and then when it's bent forward and put in place, it actually form fits to this bottom right here. So it seals off there, seals off the triangle, seals off the crack, all with one gasket. So what you want to do is you want to take the new gasket, you want to lift up on here, set it in where it's setting over right there and right here, and then you'll want to bend it frontwards and you'll leave it back about a half an inch, and it's bent frontwards. And if you'll notice, these tabs are filling that big gap now nice and tight. The front of the gasket's bent over frontwards. That's going to seal it down on the top. So after you get it laying in place, then you simply put your screws back in. Okay, after we put the middle gasket in, then we're going to come back and we're going to put this where the frame meets the cab right there, and then you'll just peel the back and then you'll stick it on. This one's already stuck on. Now keep in mind, you don't have to take the front of your rig apart to do this. I just happen to be putting a winch in mine today, so it gave me a good opportunity to do some video. Okay, next you'll take this piece right here that you get, and you'll just take it and it'll fit right in that hole right there. You want to squinch it down, push it about halfway in there, and it'll expand and it'll cover that big hole right there. That's what it looks like finished. And you'll want to install the back end first, back bottom corner. You may need to pull back on the plastic a little bit to get it to go down in, but you want this tab to go on top of the wiring harness. Once you get the back corner in, then you'll bend it up like that. Using the hole, put your finger in the hole, and you just got to kind of work it in there. Once you get that in there, make sure you get it down in between the coolant line and the body panel. Once you get it pushed in there, you'll be able to manipulate it much better. Okay, now that I have it in between, now I can pull this over. Using a small screwdriver, you can punch a little hole in it. Just pull it over on the left side so you're making full contact on this side. We'll pull the front up like so. Then where the hole is, you've got a little plug. Plug the hole. Take the soft triangular, funny shaped little gasket. You want to put it in this way. You want to stick it down in there to the big end first, and then push the little end down in there. Push it all the way down in there. You'll make sure that it fills the gap between the wire harness and the gas tank and the frame. Okay, and this is another little plug that must be installed. Keeps hot air from coming through this hole and blowing up underneath your drive line right there and getting that hot. And it just plugs in like so. Pretty easy. There you go. Now we're going to install the cup holder insulators, and for them you just push them down on and just force that pin. You'll see it just poke through. Just force it through. Push it all the way down on, you're set. This one is already installed, so I'll just show you the part and how it's installed. That is the rear driveline seal, and that prevents air that blows in this back cover. You can feel it blowing in on you when you're riding with your windshields. It's also blowing in that back cover and coming up in the middle right there. This hole is no longer needed because we've sealed off the driveline. This is the part you just peel the tabs off, let them be folded down, and you just put it in from here. It's notched out right there, you can see, for the cables or any wires you have running to the back. And last, you'll want to take a tube of black silicone that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, and you'll want to run that bead of black silicone along that whole seam all the way across the front of the cab. I didn't do such a neat job, and it is kind of dirty right now, but very important that you do that. A lot of air comes in right there. There's also a few holes on the firewall on the front around where the coolant reservoir is. You could fill that in with a little silicone. A couple more little holes up there as well you might want to fill.